But that brings up another controversy that Harpers Ferry has been embroiled in perennially, and that's the discussion and disagreements with the town of Bolivar about police protection. Do you have any ideas on how to further rectify that situation?
Well, I certainly want to talk with the new council on how they want to handle it. I'm not going to go off and make a lot of statements but again, it's communication. If we talk and find out really what the concerns are of the people of Bolivar and the concerns of Harpers Ferry, there's no reason in the world we can't together. There's no reason in the world that we can't have one police department, because I think it's going to be economically and physically a better situation for both towns. And we are so intertwined there that you can, the casual visitor doesn't know where Bolivar and Harpers Ferry ends.
Well, there is a sign just after the border, isn't there?
Right. I think the sign probably should come down. I think we really do rely on each other. And Washington Street, the whole length of it, we can, I think, at least I consider my neighbors on Washington Street, the other end, part of a great community, or a village, really. And this unique village where everyone knows everyone by first name basis. I mean, we know the people in Bolivar by first name basis too. It's not just Harpers Ferry. So you see, the borders are very artificial. And some houses have their garage in Harpers Ferry and their house in Bolivar, and vice versa. As a matter of fact, one lady in town ran for mayor of both towns because her house straddles the border.
Now, that would have been a way to unify the towns, wouldn't it?
Right, except this lady was a little bit confrontational, and so that didn't work out. But if someone that truly, you're right, it could have worked.
What do you know? I don't know how familiar you are with the history, but why are Bolivar and Harpers Ferry two separate towns?
Well, I'm not sure, but the story that has been told me is that Harpers Ferry, of course, was really a government town, and it was started with all the houses were owned by the federal government and rented by the craftsmen that worked in the park. And the Wager family controlled a lot of money. Harpers Ferry was a very pricey town, very expensive to find, workers to find. So they said, well, heck, we're going to go up and build our houses outside of the corporation, and I believe that's one of the reasons. They wanted to get out from the heavy landowner, high rental bracket, and say we're going to build our own houses. I'm hoping somebody from Bolivar may correct me on that, but that's a good explanation as any. And in some ways, I would like to see a friendly competition. I think that what we do, Bolivar has its own mayor and council, Harpers Ferry, that we turn that into a positive and a constructive, competitive village.
How so?
Well, I think that it can make each other take shape and sit up and question what they're doing. I'm just seeing it be much more positive than it has been. It's been amusing, and it's also been detrimental maybe in some cases. But I think we can mend fences and mend walls and do away with the artificial boundary and cooperate, but still not lose our own independence, because I think Bolivar feels very strongly about their town, and rightly so. I mean, Simon Bolivar, that's a great man and a great American. I mean, I say American because I try to not call myself an American, because everyone that lives in the Western Hemisphere, as far as I'm concerned, is an American, and because we have the Native Americans also. So I say he's the South American liberator who was much admired by Americans, and that's how it was called Mud Fort, I believe, originally, and I think it was then changed to Bolivar.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and talk with the mayor-elect. Is that the proper term?
Mm-hmm.
Mayor-elect Kip Stowell of Harpers Ferry. So stay with us. There's more on Hometown Talk on WXVA.